Hi, Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to another video. Today's video is a simple day vlog which includes our small outing along with few recipes I have tried. Chef Pile's fish in coconut milk, which is a must try recipe. Simple and tasty rice payasam or kheer. And my first trial of preparing sweet banana chips. My family's favorite sharkara varti, that's what we call. So off to the recipes. So beginning with Chef Pile's fish recipe with a slight twist of mine. So I have used here 5 pieces of fish which is cleaned. Next to the marination, we will be needing salt and 2 teaspoons of red chili powder along with half teaspoon of turmeric powder, around 2 to 3 tablespoons of thick tamarind pulp, then 2 cloves of garlic and 1 green chili. I have added all this into a blender and then made into a paste. So apply this paste onto the fish and allow this to marinate for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Then shallow fry the fish in coconut oil. Once all the fish pieces are fried, next use a clay pot or you can even use frying pan. Drizzle some coconut oil and then place a small piece of banana leaf. Onto the banana leaf, place the fried fish. Then pour around half to 3/4 cup of thick coconut milk depending upon the quantity of the fish. You have to leave it like this for at least 2 to 3 minutes until the coconut milk will start to boil. Next, adding some chopped ginger along with some red chili flakes. Next, drizzling some coconut oil. If you wish, you can also add some grated coconut, which will also give a very good taste and flavor. Next, for a final garnish, I am adding here some fried onion along with some fried coconut pieces. So now this is almost ready. I have not cooked this more than 5 to 6 minutes. By that time it will be ready. Now the tasty fish in coconut milk is ready to remove from flame. You can serve this immediately. This coconut milk has given an amazing taste to this fish. As this is prepared in clay pot, you can see that sizzling effect even after removing from fire. So hope you all are going to try this. So for the sweet banana chips, you can see the color of the green banana is starting to change. This is a raw banana which I have bought and kept it at home for at least one day. Then it started to change its color. So I'm going to use this banana for this. Do not give a deep cut, slightly give a small cut and then start removing the skin. So here I have peeled all the 4 bananas. Do not discard the skin. You can also prepare a tasty dish with this. Next, dip the peeled bananas in a solution made of salt and turmeric and then allow this to rest for at least 15 to 20 minutes. Then thinly slice the bananas using a knife or you can use a slicer. And then drop the bananas in hot oil. Make sure that the flame is kept medium. Do not keep it on high flame. And for frying, I have used here coconut oil. When the bananas are almost fried and has become crisp, then you can add in around half teaspoon of a solution made of salt and water. Make sure that you keep yourself safe while doing this. You can also ignore this step and then sprinkle salt after frying the bananas. Now the bananas are well fried. Now we can remove this from oil. As the sweet bananas take more time to fry, you can see the color has become more dark. Next, for the Sharkara Varti, we are also going to use the same plantain, but it shouldn't be ripe at all. Now cut them into thicker pieces than the chips. Here I am not sharing a detailed video. First, this plantain has to be fried until crisp. And then it has to be coated with jaggery syrup. And finally, dry ginger powder, cardamom powder, cumin powder and very little of powdered sugar is added. For the simple rice payasam or kheer, here I have used Jeeragashala rice, which is giving a beautiful flavor and smell. Here I have used half cup, which is washed. No need of soaking. Now after washing, drain this and remove all the excess water. Now to give this payasam a light pinkish color, I am going to use here beetroot. You can thinly slice this beetroot. Firstly, we need to boil the beetroot in 1 cup water and reduce it at least to half cup. Next, onto a pan, add pure ghee. Next, the drained rice has to be fried for at least 2 to 3 minutes in this ghee. After frying for 2 to 3 minutes, I have now added 2 cups of full fat milk. Now this rice has to be cooked in this milk. Do not add any sugar or salt at this stage. Keeping on medium to low flame, stirring in between. Try to cook the rice until it is 80% done. For this payasam or kheer, we don't want the rice to be 100% cooked. Now as you can see, the rice is perfectly cooked, that is 80% done, and it's still separated. It is not sticking to each other. Now at this stage we are going to add the beetroot juice, which is almost half cup. Here I have added half cup because the juice of the beetroot what I have got is not that much color. So depending upon the type of the beetroot you have, you can add the juice accordingly. Next, adding Milkmaid or condensed milk. This is homemade. Here I would be adding Milkmaid plus few sugar also. So it's up to you. You can add sugar alone without the Milkmaid, or you can add the Milkmaid alone. Now I'm going to add this to the milk. After adding the Milkmaid, allow this to cook for at least 2 to 3 minutes. Now the rice has been cooking for around 6 to 7 minutes. Now finally add 1.5 cups of milk. Now give this a mix. Now you will feel that the milk is more, but after cooling down this will slightly thicken as this is rice. It will start to release its starch. Now after adding the milk, allow this to boil again. After the milk is boiling, then add around 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom powder. A drop of rose essence, which is purely optional, but by adding this it is going to give a different taste. The payasam is kept on very low flame. Now finally finish off with adding a pinch of salt, and now this has to be left to cool. Now after cooling, just see how thick it has become. This is the right consistency. Now you can see even after adding the half cup of beetroot juice, I have not got a good color. This is because of my beetroot. For this payasam, I have not roasted any nuts in ghee. Instead, I have garnished the payasam with some chopped almonds and also have thinly sliced the cooked beetroot, which will give a good crunchiness and color.